back to another episode of Style and City Diaries.
Brought to you by your favourite and fabulous cousins, Prinny
and Amberlo.
Yes!
Woo!
We made it to the end of 2021.
Oh my gosh.
It's time for Sack the Rats!
Wow! Oh, I think this is always my favourite episode.
Honestly, for our OG listeners, I hope this is your favourite episode too.
Yeah.
The final episode of the
year.
year.
When we look back at what the frickety frick happened this year.
What the frickin' fuck?
What the frickin' fuck. And also what the frickin' fuck happened the year before that we thought was going to happen this year.
Yeah.
That. So I'm fuming because I typed all my notes. I typed separate notes for me, separate notes for you.
Okay.
And I've left them in the printer at work. And now I'm like shook, like, God, someone's going to...
Is it on your laptop?
Oh, the laptop's at work.
Oh, well,
I was like, someone's going to...
Read that.
Read my fucking notes. I remember some things off the top of my head, though. But I'm just going to hold my phone for, like, the V-Bay. Because, like, as if my notes are on here.
Pretending. We typically do. You always forget. I'm actually quite proud of you.
I listened.
You listened.
I do you know what? I went halfway through the first episode of the year, and I thought,
because wasn't a
and I was like, I love us, but
I
don't need to listen to the rest of
hundo. So we just listened like last episode, and then I guess the first episode, just trying to gauge what's our vibe.
Yeah, what was our vibe for this year?
How we feeling about this year, and then matching that with how the year went, and it's like, did we really stand on business? No pun intended, because that was the name of the first episode of the year.
Yes. And did we female boss?
Did we female boss? Oh, okay. So should I go through my notes then?
You go through yours, and then I'll remember things, and I'll add on.
How should we do this? Okay. So it's kind of like, in a way, in order of how it started. So Amber started the episode saying she was happy that 2023 she didn't have much SAD.
Yes.
Since she started her new job.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was feeling great about that, feeling very posy vibes generally. Okay. Sorry, I'm laughing, it's actually not funny. And then you kind of went into I guess the things that you want to do. You mentioned that you want to be more accountable of where your money's going, budgeting. You got the budget book.
I did get the budget book.
You budgeted.
I budgeted
for a little bit.
For a bit.
Yeah.
The first 3 months of the year, amazing.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what happened.
Yeah. So you said you want to be set boundaries with finances, saying no to outings and activities that don't align with. And then generally you had a feeling that you wanted 2024 to be different. You just didn't want it to feel like every other year, something has to give. There needs to be a shift. And you mentioned, because I made a comment about I want 2024 to be less about what I want to do and who I want to be.
Oh, no, wait, can I say my notes now?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Go.
I remembered something.
Okay, go.
So for Prinny's year, it was she wanted to really work on her fitness and stuff, and she was we're gonna see them abs, and she actually just wanted to do it and feel more confident in the gym, using the weight section and actually taking control of her workouts. And like she said, for 2024 she wanted not what she was doing but who she wanted to be, and she was the do will come after figuring out who I want to be. Obviously last year, if you remember, she had her little freelance section and stuff, and I think it was just a big realization of about money and security and things like that. And you was just I just want... You also was this year has to give something too. It was come on, we're doing it, but what am I getting out of it?
Get me out of the hood.
Those are what I remember.
Yeah. Good, you remember that. You said it perfectly, way better than I could have. So off the back of that point about who you want to be, you mentioned that you find looking into the future quite scary.
Yeah.
Because you don't think about who you want to be. But then you did make the point that you just know that you just want it to be different. But you just can't,
don't know what that
you can't
is.
articulate what that is. And then funnily enough, I said, completely forgot this. I said, we should have a vision board party. And you actually were going to set goals.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Surprisingly,
sorry.
yeah. Which you thought you said you weren't, but you actually said you were going to. And then I said something about wanting a visual goals, which I did.
Yeah, you wanted to put it on your fridge, but it was on your...
It was on my phone. So I made You can't really see. Well, it doesn't matter. You can't really see. Anyway, I made a phone wallpaper board thing of like all my bits, and I had different things on there, like abs. I had like romance. I had Paris randomly, which I ended up going to Paris. I had New York on there. I didn't go to New York, but went to America twice. I had a runway on there. We DJ'd all of London Fashion Week, and I did shows last year. Some other things that I wanted to pay off that I paid off some. Ish.
You had like an Amex card or something like that on it or
shut
something.
Up. I had Parlez-vous Français on there.
For your Duolingo.
On my Duolings. So like, it was like, I guess good. I kind of stuck to that. And then, you mentioned the thing about the gym, which was, I think I did it.
Yeah, I think you did really well with that.
I think I did it. And for the most part, it wasn't as, I don't know why I thought we really like said some like revolutionary things what we wanted to do. It was like, we just waffled, but it's like, so what's the goals?
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, so what do we actually say?
Yeah.
Like,
so what are your plans? But we were drinking.
We were drinking. And also it was a very big, like another like Amber intervention. I was having a big battle with like my brain.
When? In the episode or in your head?
In the episode, that was when I was like, I was talking about like, like I want to save, like I'm getting my flat next year, like I'm going to do that, and then it was just like, I need to change this and I need to do these things. It's like, and I was saying how like, it's so hard being me, like being in my brain, and I was finding it so difficult, and I couldn't explain how like being me was so difficult. And I kept going on about my undiagnosed ADHD and
you got diagnosed.
I got diagnosed. It was like, I think I was just like in a very lost place after like the back of like leaving a new job, starting a new job. It was still kind of fresh and new. So I think I was just in a bit like of a weird...
I think you were still in your like negative Nance.
Yeah.
But like masking it with positivity.
Yeah. But
it was there.
It was funny. Everything that I kind of wanted to do, I still didn't get done.
So how does that make you feel?
So, and I actually said this, like, I forget what I say. So I forget what the goals are. Like, I forget that, like, whatever it is I wanted, like, I actually need to revisit it, like, every month. Like, hey, babe, by the way, you said that this is what you want to do. So, yeah. Sorry, what was the question?
It's of evidence. You forget. I said, how does that make you feel? Like, you're saying that...
Oh, yeah, I just didn't really get anything. I mean... Like, there's an element of, like, annoyance. And that's why also I was so, like, not hellbent, but, like, still, like, I don't really want to set, like, these goals because it's just, like, when you don't really get them, it's not a nice feeling and you just feel a bit like a failure, essentially, which is why I was like, I don't want to put too much pressure. I've got these, like, brief things, like, it would be nice if I could. And then I think last year was just a realization, like every year is just kind of the same. Like we're like doing this like this whole big thing, but like yes, big changes happen and things can happen. You don't know what those changes are going to be, but like at the end of the day, it's just like the years are short, the days are long.
Yeah, but then I also feel like if you keep being of that mindset, then it will just literally be a coast of nothing really changes because you, not to say you never want it bad enough, but if you don't really say, I'm going to do this, you're just not going to. And that's with most things though, not even like big goals. It's like anything, right?
But I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, you had quite a good year. Like a lot of the things I feel like you spoke about and wanted to do, I feel like you had quite a positive, like for yourself, like from a well-being point of view and like putting yourself first kind of thing. And I feel like it was quite a good year for you.
Yeah, I think I've definitely come a long way from a well-being, because that's literally how I would describe it. I remember in listening to that episode, I mentioned that I was like, I'm void of all emotions. Like I felt like I haven't felt much in 2023. I was like, I felt things in 2024. I also feel like I am just so back to my true sense of self. I feel like for a number of years I let experiences and life jade me and make me react and respond to things from a place of heart and protection. And I'm responding to things not how I would, but because I feel like this is the best way to protect myself, or I'm not gonna give too much because people don't give much. Like when actually that's not my I am just I'm gonna overfeel, I'm gonna overlove, I'm gonna over,
and that's okay,
and that's okay, and that's me, and I'm just kind of like back in that space, which is nice. I do the fitness thing, you know, like, you know, she wore like, you know, crop top sometimes in the gym, scary, in the weights area, boom, step aside boys, oh my gosh, yeah, run clubs, which was nice, traveled more, which was even more fantastic. Got a handle on my finances, child. Like I looked, obviously you have like when you do the financial balances at the beginning of the year, and I did like a rebalance, and I was like, oh my God, like the numbers are going down. It's like, wow, like this is great.
Yeah.
And we had like great opportunities this year that kind of helps to support that like additional income, which definitely makes a difference. But outside of that, I feel like generally like us together, we had a really good, we had a really, really good year. Like we were booked in busy London Fashion Week in Feb. We worked with some big, amazing brands. We were Apple Podcast Spotlight. We did our live show. I do think that obviously where we started the year strong in terms of like 12-week year, and then
after the first 12 weeks,
it's like it kind of, I guess the wins and the woo and the buzz
we was like, well,
a bit.
Well, we was like, well, we did so well, but it's like, no, you have
to continue. Exactly. So I guess it's all a learning though, right? Because that was the first year that we had really had that element of structure. So now we're like, okay, we've done it before.
We know that it works.
We know that it definitely works, and we know where it can go wrong if you let it. So yeah, I think 2024, I feel, I don't really have much bad things to say about 2024.
I feel like I had a really good year. I didn't get too much of a hold on my finances. In fact, I think I probably went the other way. But it's okay.
Yeah.
My savings went up.
Yeah. Good.
But so did my debts. How that works, don't ask.
Don't ask.
I didn't change my ISA because I missed the cut-off point of the tax year.
Oh, I was going to ask you.
Of course I did.
Oh, come on, girl.
Babe.
Okay.
Is that ADHD tax that?
But you can still change, or you can never change it now.
No, I can. But the thing is, once you change, you can't buy somewhere for a year. You have to have that account for a whole year. Now, where I'm at financially, if I put my head down, well, I've made some I've got some money coming in from certain things. Like by the end of the year, well, halfway through the year, I will have like my deposit money.
Good.
So if I get to a point where I want to get somewhere, and I've
don't
already done that, I can take that money out, but I don't get the government support on top of it, and then I get charged for taking the money out early. So I'm like, just stay where I am. I fucked it. It's fine. Take it on the chin. ADHD tax. That's what happens. It fucks you. And it is what it is. I'm still gonna get support, just not as, I don't know what the percentage is. Something else. I don't know. Other than that, so I had a great year. I don't really have much complaints. You know, weren't really down in the dumps. Had some great experiences with my friends. Went on some lovely holidays. My best friend got married. We had great times together, like on pod and DJing, and it's been fun. Like I've just had like a
fun. I think fun is a
year.
good,
like it's been good. It's like not too stressful, not too. So, and I think I needed that year off the back of the past few years I've had. I just needed like a
good.
Like I'm in a good mood, and I've stayed in a good mood like the entire year.
Yeah.
Now I can
build on it.
Build on it. But no, I actually fucking have to get my finances in order. Like, you know, checked my credit score the other day. Like, we're in a good place. But it's like that thing can go down. If you don't start putting in the things. Literally, I said to the boy, I said, babes, we ain't going nowhere in January. Better start thinking about things we can do date night at home. We want a picnic in the front room because that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, all these takeaway. I ain't got money unless you're paying.
Yeah.
But I don't want you to pay either because you better start saving your pennies too. Like I'm just like, we need
together.
to. You know, we've had a great 6 months together. It's been lovely.
Oh God, it's been 6 months.
Yeah, I know. So it's gone so quickly since we first started talking. Yeah, end of June it was.
Yeah. It feels quick, but I get it. Yeah. Sure.
So crazy, and it's like we've had a holiday. We've done great things. Like we can calm down.
Yeah.
We don't need to be out here doing like, get it, you love me, I love you, like, you've done all your show offs, like, it's fine now, kind of thing. Let's just all be adults and save our pennies, kind of thing. What else? Yeah, like, I'm just looking forward to it. I've got great holidays booked, I've got Glasgow booked, and I just don't know what's gonna happen. And I gave myself to the end of 28 to get my plaque.
So
remember, I was like the end of 28. So
you got to do it, girl.
Got to do it.
I think that's the one thing. So in terms of doing anything different, do you fancy your phone wallpapered?
Yes, I actually need to just do it, but we
board.
actually just need to fucking sit down and do it together, because I just won't do it on my own.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And I say that every year, but I actually just need to do it and just put it.
We can do it. I'm probably gonna use mine as a base and then like swap things out that are like, that's not important.
And I need to get back on my well-being.
Yeah.
Without the force of like, I'm doing it to lose weight. I actually just need to do it to fucking be healthy. I'm 28 years old and like, I'm so unhealthy.
Yeah, I agree. I think my advice to anyone in their 20s is to get in the gym. Yeah. Because it's easier to maintain when it's easier to lose weight. Once you hit your 30s, the shit don't move. Not joking. I'm being so real. Yeah. You will work out and it's still there. It's still there, yeah. Try and like, at least give yourself a head start. Like, don't go in a blob, respectfully, like, not to be fat phobic.
And I think again, it's that whole like honeymoony period, like, I don't want to say, it's like, okay, let's say I'm saying yours, I need to get up and go to gym from yours then, because I can. I have, or if you don't go for a run or like, or just have a bit of a motion, or if you don't, it's fine, that could be your rest day, but you just know, just having a bit more structure to your week. I think one thing that I really, really was good at this year was discipline. Yes, I can wake up early. You said that was the thing in the last episode. Yeah, about the discipline. It's like, it's hard, but if my alarm goes off at 30, like, I'm up, like, to do whatever needs to be done. So yeah, generally I feel like we did stand on business. We had such a good start to the year. We female bossed it. We balanced. I feel like even outside of just like hard and fast stiff goals, I feel like we've both grown from an like mental perspective. Yeah, there's been growth. Definitely, yeah. Like, there hasn't had to be as many interventions or like very deep, like. It's like, yeah, it's not like a, well, I can't, well. Like, I'm stuck in the mud. Yeah, there's not been many like, oh my God, like, what the fuck is she doing? Yeah. And even whoa, yeah, even if it is playing out in that way, I feel like the individual will know that it's like, this is actually a crash out mode. Like, it's not, there's no delulu. No. It's like pure, I'm crashing out. Yeah, it's like, this is really shit, but I think you know. Yeah. Like, I don't need to reinforce that. I don't feel like I need to really explain. I think you know that this is like not making any sense. And then we move and we grow, and 2025, I don't know, I feel like 2025 is going to be really interesting. I think so as well. I think it's going to be, but I just don't know how. Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like before we tried to predict what was going to be interesting and how things were going to be interesting, and it was never that. No. And like, you just have no idea what is going to happen and what opportunities are going to come from like things that you did either. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just have a bit of a, I don't know, I have a bit of a buzz about 2025, but I just don't know. It could go anyway. It could go anyway. What do you have any goals in mind? Like, do you have any like, this is kind of what you want to do, or are you like who you want to be? Yeah, I think I'm edging. Like, I wouldn't say like, oh, this is like my final form. Yeah, but I'm really, I'm really happy with where I am, who I am. Whoa. That's so nice. Like, that's really, really that's so nice, girl. That's lovely, girl. Yeah, like really lovely. Like, I'm just I'm me, man. Just me, you know. I ain't faking it. Just I am. Yeah, I think 2024. I can't believe I said that. About the episode, I was like, sometimes you just be really like saying some things. But it's true though. It's like, there's no point in setting yourself a list of like, I want to do. It's like, no, like, embody it. Yeah, you have to.
And
you
I
have
think,
to, what do they say? Like, think of who you want to be and start being her.
Yeah,
and then the other
yeah.
things like follow.
will fall into place.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's just a case of building, growing. I definitely think. Pardon me. If I look at my, let me look at my wallpaper. I need to get back on Parlez-vous Français.
Yes.
Fucking ain't been on Duolingo for a while.
Do you know that the boy can Parlez-vous Français?
Oh, very well.
Bitch.
Oh, wow.
I was like, whoa.
Makes sense though. He's in like Paris all the time.
Yeah, but like when he said he could Parlez-vous Français, like so respectfully,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he meant like how you Parlez-vous Français.
Wow.
Like
That was rude.
respectfully. Like GCSE type shit.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, type shit.
And we were in a cab with this Algerian driver
Okay.
who was Parlez-vous Français in.
And they were probably having a conv.
Brother, I was like,
Hang on.
wait, what? You can speak? He's like, yeah, I told you I could speak French. I was like, no, but like,
I thought you meant like you could order a meal.
yeah, like I can speak Spanish,
Yeah,
like, you know.
yeah.
And he was like, that's bare rude. Like, what? Like, you just didn't think. I was like, no, but it's like you don't have French in your family or anything.
Yeah,
like, you
yeah.
just know this.
So how does he maintain it?
Brother?
Or he just learned? Some people are actually
I
just
don't
good with
even
languages
know.
though.
But he Parlez-vous Français, mate. I was like, okay.
Fair.
So you can Parlez-vous Français
Yeah.
with him when you need
Yikes.
pratique in Parlez-vous Français.
I don't think that's how you say practice.
Is it?
It
Right.
didn't sound like
Pratique. I don't know. It sounded a bit
Anyway.
Français-ish to me.
So yeah, in terms of what I swap out, so yeah, I need to keep that on. I can swap out Paris because we did that, and I'm always in Paris anyway, so that's fine. Or we'll keep on the abs. I think we just need like a reminder of the abs. Yeah, we'll just keep that on. Generally, though, I think like my most important thing is just the finances. I think by halfway through the year, I want to be in a place where I can really enjoy my money.
Mm-hmm.
In its entirety and just live the rich auntie life I want to live. I want to get a car next year.
Ooh.
Because yeah, we've done our bid with the good old public trans. And it's over for that. So yeah, I want to get a car next year. And outside of those two things and just maintaining what the things that I've been doing, I'm just open to all possibilities in life.
I love.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah.
Good.
How about you?
I'm gonna get a flat. I'm gonna get a flat.
Yes.
I'm gonna get a flat.
Scream it.
I am going to get a flat. I said that last year about this year, but it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but it's within. It's still. You
It's
haven't moved the
within
goalpost.
reach. Yeah, the goalpost hasn't moved.
Yeah.
And I've still made the step. I'm been edging closer. I
Yeah.
think I'd be in a worse place if I haven't made any changes.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna get a flat. Back on my well-being, you know. Back.
I'm not laughing at you
Because I say this every
I
year.
know. I'm supportive. I'm so supportive.
Back on my overnight OTs, you know, my salad and eggs, fucking lunch, whatever it is I used to eat. And the finances. I think those are just main three things. I guess the finances go under the house thing anyway.
House, yeah.
Yeah, but again, like I would want my money to be mine and not like being owed back to things.
To think exactly,
which has just been very silly. So I think it will probably take, well, depending on the opportunities we get, it could be brushed off very quickly as well. But I'm not going to not rush myself, but I'm going to give myself the 12 months because we only get paid 12 times a month to really like make moves.
Yeah.
With the old Amex. And if I can't afford something, there's a reason for it because I can't afford it. And stop trying to find ways to get it when you can't afford it.
Period.
Amber, I'm talking to you. You don't have the money. That's okay. You don't need it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much given.
But it's so hard because I'm also just like...
You're preaching to the choir, babe.
I'm just like...
I'm a shopaholic.
I could fucking die tomorrow, God forbid. Like...
Don't do all that.
Just do it. Like, just enjoy.
I think it's
hard.
It's a balance. It's a balance, right? Because I'm like, last week or 2 weeks ago, I was saying, oh, you know, Miami is what it is, that the money comes in. And then now I'm back, I'm like...
Damn, the money ain't coming that quickly.
To be fair, though, like... I couldn't afford it.
Yeah, you say that when you can't afford something. So
you know what I mean? It's like This could have been a flushed Christmas. It's not. But okay, I had a great time.
That's the thing.
And I did. Like, all things considered, it's like I'm happy to be a bit tight, knowing that I had the weekend of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's easy to treat it. Be like, oh, just do it. But I think you just have to pick and choose like where it's important, right? If it's like a piece of clothing, I would just be like, it's not that deep. It will come around. You can find it cheaper, or you don't actually need it. If it's an experience where you're like, wow, like never gonna get that again, then maybe, but within reason, and it's obviously like not all the time, and treat yourself as well, right? Because I've had years, I would say maybe 20, I don't know, maybe 22 or 23, I don't know which one, where I was really like saying no to things like, oh, like can't afford it. And it's like, so what did I do this
22
year?
and 23.
It's like, what did I do this year then? I didn't.
There's nothing to
actually
show
have
for
fun.
it.
You know what I mean? It's like where's the fun? Where's the high times? Where's the good times? It's not. You know, you have to find a balance in life, because all these problems and all these bills, they're always actually going to be there, because guess what? It's all part of being an adult. So yeah, it's just finding a balance. And we did say last year that we wanted to bring on someone to talk about finances, and we need to actually do that. I had someone in mind, but she didn't reply to email. Rude. So
yeah.
That's not nice. But yeah, no, definitely bring in like people that can really talk to the people.
We need someone that can talk about the what do they call it? Like the abuse of finances in like Black households.
Yeah.
No, because no. Okay. I think it's a big conversation that's to be had within the community.
Yeah, okay.
That a lot of young adults don't realise they're like in an entrapment and they don't know how to get out of it.
Right, okay.
And I feel like
that might take someone maybe a bit more mature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like that is a conversation that needs to be had. Just to, I don't know, maybe like jog or in some people, because
some people might not actually realise that they're in financially abusive relationships with their
family members and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, definitely need someone with finance on, and just because like, look, no one fucking knows what they're doing.
Well, some people do, and they're the experts. They're the experts that will come and speak to.
Experts.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah. Everyone
your everyday person, like, unless you're like working in finance or accounting, like this isn't like.
I get your point. It's not intuitive.
It's not intuitive. Yeah, like it's not everyday knowledge that people just know. So like, don't beat yourself up for not knowing. Like, I don't know about like investments and this and that and yada yada yada. And like, okay, so we're gonna help you out, and we're all gonna learn something together.
And also, if wherever you're listening, whether Spotify or YouTube, or I don't know if they allow this technology on other platforms, but drop a comment and let us know like what kind of not necessarily like what kind of guests in terms of like names, but like what kind of topics do you want to cover? Because I think a lot of our guests in the past, we've always wanted them to be informative, whether it's like a stylist, we're talking about personal style, we had relationship therapy situation, we've had size inclusive influencers.
Yeah.
That's not a good way to describe it. Sizing, it doesn't even make any
plus
sense.
Plus size
sorry.
influencers.
Plus size. Sorry, I was like, that made no sense. Anyway, you feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, if there's any kind of areas, whether it's
journalists
within style,
we've had and things like that,
whether it's within style, beauty, wellness, because I guess we cover that space. We call Style and City Diaries, but the podcast really does evolve, because it's like fashion, pop culture. It's actually like fashion, wellness, being things,
being young girls in the city, because that's why we're in the city, so things that get down with the city.
We're in the city.
Yeah. What song are you singing?
No, I just made it up.
Oh.
It's my rendition of my song that I just made up.
Made up, fine.
Just this second. All in all, I don't know. I think 2024 has been fine. A lot of the things I see online is like, 2024 has been fine for my life, man. It's been the worst year ever, like ups and downs, which I think it probably has. And I think I'm not trying to act like it's been hunky-dory like every day and every month. Like we've had like some high highs, some low lows. We've had like losses and toxic situations and like, just like things. But, all things...
we've had losses.
Yeah, all things being equal... it's ending in a right way.
We're in good places.
In good places, both of us feeling quite positive. feeling ready, feeling happy. And then something that's priceless, right? Happiness is priceless.
Yeah.
You can't buy it. You can't buy your way out of a dark time.
You think you can.
Yeah, no, you can't. You can't find the answer at the bottom of a bottle.
God, and I said I was going to do therapy this year and I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Do you know why?
Was that a conscious decision not to?
No, I just can't be bothered to get the referral letter, to send a referral letter to the doctor's thing.
Talk louder, by the way.
Sorry, it's just me being lazy about getting the referral letter to get the referral letter to then get it's that whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I think, not to like give you a challenge or give you a goal, but in the past it was always like, oh, because I'm undiagnosed ADHD, undiagnosed. So now you're diagnosed and you have the information.
I need to figure out ways to do it.
I guess it's like now you can just it's a good time to take control and say, okay, like I know this is something that affects me in these areas, but what am I going to do to improve that?
Yeah.
Because you can't live a life where it's like you don't get things done. Then it's just like, oh, because I have ADHD. It's like, oh, that's fine. Like we have an awareness, we have an understanding of the why.
Yeah.
So like what are now the tools to help you navigate that? Whether it's, okay, like I read somewhere that people who have ADHD, they work better when they have lists or they write things down, even though you don't want to write goals. Just because you feel what I'm saying.
Yeah, I need to figure out what works for moi.
For you, it has to work for you. What works for you might not work for others, and vice versa.
Yeah,
I'm
excited. I just feel like we're just so good.
Yeah,
so good, so good.
Are you singing Destiny Child so good, but like an acoustic version, or is this a new song?
No, that's Destiny Child.
Okay.
So, I'm so good. No? Oh, I fucking forgot how it goes.
I mean, it kind of goes like that, but like, not really.
Guys.
2024 is over.
I can't believe it. Like, honestly, the years, I know I'm saying this, but the years really are short. That flew by, my girl.
It did, but it didn't. Like, it was a long year.
I think it's just the second half of the year always.
The second half flies. The first half is such a drag. Slog. It's so slow. And then it's like summertime, everyone's outside, and then it's like back to school, and then
I think
Halloween.
We didn't really have a summer
and then it's
this year.
What do you mean? Why?
Like there wasn't that many hot days in like the UK and stuff. Like summer was very short.
I think because my summer started in at the Recipe, and that was late. That's July.
Yeah.
That was kind of like my
and then
coming out party.
You had a month, and then it was back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was your coming out party.
Yeah. There was a shift.
Yeah.
From that
to now.
That was like the rebirth.
Yeah. You were like,
I'm dead.
I'm alive again. Fuck you. No, literally.
Because even when I look on my Instagram, I was like, that was the moment when I realized I was hot.
Yeah.
And it was like
you peaked.
Yeah.
You have loads of different peaks in your life.
Like look, it's there. And then it's just been like sex appeal ever since. Yeah. It's been perfect.
That was
before that I was doing cutesy. Like who the hell is that?
Oh my God.
This is when I was like really randomly fat in the face. Like that is the scariest thing ever. Like why is my face so fat?
Oh gosh.
Like, I think I must have been unwell. Like that is insane. Why is my face so fat? I was doing like cutesy minutesy, and then it's like I was like, wait.
I'm better than this.
I was like, am I paying?
You've got more in you.
I've got. Don't even tempt me with a good sexy time. So yeah, I feel like this was a year. I think for both of us of like reclaiming confidence as well. Lost confidence, being self-assured in who we are, and not faking the funk. Like this is me. Mm-hmm. Not kind of changing me for anyone.
No.
Get with it or get lost type vibe.
Yeah.
For anyone listening, she just mouthed F you.
Yeah. Little batty creases.
Oh no, not the batty creases.
Like we are who we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're proud of it. Like
so proud.
I feel like man. Take me as I am. Take me, baby, or leave me. That's from Rent the Musical.
What? Rent.
The musical. Such a good musical.
never
Please
heard
watch
of
it.
it.
It's about like the whole what year was it? Like the whole HIV thing, AIDS that happened like in New
in the
York.
80s.
Yeah, with like the
Is
Dergs
it
and
80s?
everything. It's about a musical about like it's such a good musical though. It's so
good. Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. She got it in the end. In tune as well. Perfect.
Let us know what your goals are.
Yeah.
What are you working on this year? How was the year for you? We'd love to have a discussion. We'd love to see. You can privately mail us.
Yeah.
As in like DM us or email us. Like what are the goals that you're setting? You know, I like seeing other people's goals because I like getting inspiration
motivator,
and it's good motivation as well. Because sometimes you're like, oh God, like that's such a good goal to set. Let's share and care our goals. And our visual boards. How are you visual boarding?
Yeah.
You know, what's the tips and tricks?
Honestly, the phone one is so good. And you know, with iPhone, sorry, I can't speak for the Androids, but you know, with iPhone, you can have like multiple wallpapers.
Oh yeah.
So if I'm like out, if I'm out and about, obviously I don't want like my business on Front Street. So I have like my regular, and then sometimes I just want to check in and see like, what's the tea? Oh yeah, am I doing it? Not.
Yeah.
And then I go, and then I have like me looking cute. Just different wallpapers.
Just different.
You can just switch them up, you know. But it is good. But that wallpaper that was like my 12-week.
Oh,
it wasn't a year one.
Yeah, that should have been achieved.
It should have been like refreshed. So I think I'm just going to, now that I've done the 12-week year, I have a bit more like perspective on like how to do it.
Are we 12-week yearing again?
Yeah, we are. We literally had
that whole conversation.
We had a meeting about this.
We had such a lovely meeting, guys.
It was really
It
lovely.
was really positive.
Really,
and I think
mature.
that just goes to show the year. Like that the meeting wasn't all negative.
No.
It was like mostly positive and it was just like, okay, this is
I think it goes to show our change in mindset though, because I think meetings we've had in the past are always, and it spoke to where we were as people in a negative, self-deprecating space. So the meeting is very much like, this is shit, like this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, this is shit, this is not solutions based. And we kind of get to it at the end, but not really. Whereas this one was like, it actually just started with, so what do we want to do next year?
Yeah.
And then you use the previous year as a reference point of like, okay, we did this, that worked, maybe we do it this way, versus like, it just wasn't, it was like notes, all right, cool, like we'll expand on this, we know what we need to do, so crack on.
Yeah. Oh, and another thing is like my discipline as well, of like, just you have something to do, you have to just do it. Even if you don't want to do it, you have to do it because you have to do it. And not like being like, I don't actually have to do this because I do have to do it.
I have a good video I'll send you on TikTok.
Send it me.
It spoke to me today. I was in bed. I was supposed to wake up at 5:30. The alarm went off. I set one for 6. Then I went to wee. Then I got back in the bed and I was scrolling on my phone.
It's so hard when you go to wee and you're like,
and then I saw a video and it was basically those kind. I mean, let me play it now actually because it might actually it might speak to the people.
To the people.
All right, put the volume down. 1 second. Give us a second. Let me see if I liked it. Can you just entertain the crowd? And
I can entertain the crowd.
Entertain the crowd.
So yeah, sorry. While she's finding that, I need to, and I do say this every year, there's going to be goals that I'm going to have every single year, and until I just actually get it, it's going to be a goal, and that's just like having them discipline, because you don't need motivation. If you have discipline, you'll just do it.
Do it, yeah.
So I need to be a disciplined girl.
So sorry, before I played, so I was scrolling through, and then this video came up, and I liked it, and I was like, get the fuck out of that bit. Okay.
So a lot of people lack consistency and motivation and are procrastinators, but then they put a beautiful box around it with an elegant bow and they label it as waiting on God's timing and trusting the process. Oh, that's not. And then they wonder why their peers are excelling way ahead of them and they're still stagnant in their growth and in their journey. Unravel this box and address what's inside of it, because you do deserve to live the life that you're destined for. But to think that you're going to get that by just being stagnant and not working towards it is diabolical. So a lot of people
diabolical.
But sometimes,
It's so true.
aggression really does work.
It slaps you in the face like, damn. okay, like you didn't have to do me
It's
like
like,
that.
yeah,
But
like
I'm
being
listening.
stagnant. It's like, yeah, like all it is just consistency. And we see it all the time, especially because we're in the creative space. You see the difference between those that were just consistent and pushed through and those that weren't.
Yeah.
Nobody has two heads.
Like the first 3 months of the year, this year, we did so well, you know, and everyone's like, wow, look at you guys, like so proud of you.
They forgot about us.
And it was like, yeah, look at us, because we were putting in that graft. Like we were meeting every Sunday. We had tasks every single day that we had to do individually and together. Like those things didn't just come out of thin air. Like they actually came out of hard work. And it's really frustrating for me because it just proves that like you have to do the work to see the results. It doesn't actually just happen. Like those people that are like, yeah, you know, I grew up and like they're in the background, they're putting in the work.
And sometimes, a lot of the times, it doesn't fit the narrative of like, oh, you know, like, I don't know. I feel like it's a better story to tell to be like, oh, I was just walking down the street and like, boom, the opportunity came. It's like, but they're not telling you the years that they were grinding or the years they did this or the sleepless nights or all of these bits and
like
bobs
when we
that are going
got
on behind the scenes.
Apple Spotlight of the Year. For some people, it might have just seemed so random, like, rah, like
it wasn't
they
of
just
the
got
year, of the month.
of the month. That part.
I was like, that's an upgrade.
And like, so some people's like, wow, like, how come they? But it's like, no, we've been doing this podcast for every single week, most weeks, for years. You know, we've been putting in work and being like, targeting like specific guests and this and that. So like, yes, this did come from, you know, luck. Maybe you say, but that luck didn't come from nothing. Like we put in that work for that kind of thing. So it does pay. It's annoying, but you do kind of actually have to put the work in, don't you?
Yeah, you got to put in that work.
Work.
That W-E-R-K.
Work. Do you remember that song?
I ain't got a clue what song that is.
Work. Did you Kelly Rowland? I in your conversation, patiently waiting.
It's coming. Guess the chorus. It's coming. Yeah, so where's the work? Not the work being an ad-lib. Bye.
The song's called Work.
But why is the work an ad-lib?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know the lyric.
I think you just made that up. I don't think the song's called
No,
Work.
the song is called Work, Kelly Rowland. Thank you.
Is it?
This ain't gonna be easy.
Yeah, that is what you sang. Why are you looking at the phone confused?
I don't remember the start like
All
this.
right, enough of that because we're going to get this
Oh
copyrighted.
yeah, we're not allowed to do things like that. Sorry.
Anyway, so we come to the end of 2024.
We made it. We made it, kids.
And
Give thanks and praise.
All glory to God Almighty, or whatever
Yeah.
God you believe in. If you believe in the winds, you know, glory to the winds for you.
Yeah, if you're an astrology girly.
Yeah.
To the Mercury retrogrades.
Crystals.
Woo!
Woo! To the powered.
Be safe.
Yeah, man.
You know, be reflective, be safe, be happy, but also the power of change is in your hands. If you need something doing, you can do it. You can do it, and you can get there yourself.
If you're being cute.
Now bother with these people, because it's every man for themselves.
Yeah, just face front, tunnel vision, put your head down, do the do, and you know you're always gonna reap what you sow, man.
Yes.
And that's the thing. It's like sometimes we always want to reap it there and then, but you don't know what it's going to look like. The only thing you can do is deposit those seeds into the ground. You sow them. You may reap it instantly within 3 months, 1 year. Sometimes it might be 5 years down the line. You don't know how these things are connected, but as long as it's
nurtured,
like as long as it's getting you closer to where you want to be, and you're passionate about it, and you're enjoying the process while you're trusting the process. Put in that work. No Kelly Rowland.
No Kelly Rowland, mate. I'm looking forward to it, babe. Well done, my girl. One more year in the bag. Sees you later, alligator.
In 2025.
Bye.